No. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, my fellow YouTubers. As you can see, I'm in my jammies getting ready to watch a movie with Chloe when she's out of the tub. So I decided to come here for a couple minutes and talk to you all about some stuff going on. So I talked to my father-in-law. His computer died, so apparently a guy who's wealthy decided to buy him a new computer, so he's been blessed with that. We talked about moderator Kimmy for a minute, and he basically said that she's completely right. Testing kits ain't going to do jack shit because there is no way to find a cure or a treatment. Hey, Gail. So, anyways, so my father-in-law said testing kits are going to be useless. But my father-in-law did bring up something he saw tonight that was pretty funny. He said he was watching the news tonight since he's stuck in TV, because he can't do much. His computer is going to be replaced in the next couple weeks with a brand new Windows 10. He has everything backed up anyways, and he said he was watching the news tonight, and he saw someone say, they know one way to test is to open up the government properly. So I went online to look up what he had to say, and sure and shit, basically the article said if they went and there is cities in the country that has a sewage treatment plant, they could test the sewage treatment plants for the coronavirus there. If there's high concentrations of coronavirus in the city due to the plumbing and the sewage system and the sewage treatment plant and the sludge water, the bath water, the poop water, you keep it closed, is what he said. Otherwise, if there's not much and your city's not being a burden, you open it up and you're good to go. So that's one way he said could open it. He never thought of it till he saw it on the news tonight, which I thought was pretty cool, So another thing we were talking about was Dad's eating habits. Again, even though he's been stuck indoors for so long, he's becoming one of those Ohioans again, that he's going out in his motorcycle or he's going out on his minivan and he's driving and getting takeout. And then he goes to the grocery store once a week. He said he likes to eat TV dinners 4 days a week, and then he likes to eat out 3 days a week. I mean, in a pandemic, Dad's on a fixed income. He should be eating in. However, he was really cool about talking about, different things. Him getting blessed with the new computer, which was a blessing, and me being blessed with the lady emailing with, spending that much money on meat. He's like, well, you made an ally, Where he's at, meat's not being short, but he's been watching the meat shortages as the plants aren't going to be reopening. People are not going to go to work. And he says the reason for it is the meat's contaminated. And people don't want to eat contaminated meat. So the warehouses that are frozen, again, they're being moved out, just like stores are buying up what they can. He did say that a lot of our meats are coming from foreign sources, but he also said the rumor is going around the foreign sources because they work in foreign environments might have COVID. So your Vietnamese beef from Walmart, which Walmart claims will never have a shortage, quote unquote, is because they're getting cheap meat and they don't care if people basically eat contaminated meat from a foreign source. So he said it's good that we as in citizens are looking at other options for beef. I'm on video, so hopefully you don't do anything, So anyways, how are you doing tonight, Gail? So my father-in-law and I talked about, the pandemic. And again, he was stating that, we were talking about Revelations because the Miss Gail was talking about it the other day. And when he went round and round and round with Revelations, I was like, not into politics. However, I will tell you, I picked up something for $10, brand new. That makes me happy. So I picked this up for $10, brand new. The Haley's Bible Handbook. So I haven't seen what it is. Habit of reading the Bible, and it says Kings, and I don't know anything about it. So I'm going to be diving into it as a study thing. Hey, at least it's printed in America. Love when books are made in America. So basically, the Old Testament, the New Testament, heart of the Bible, God's Word, and just I'm going to read this. Clear, simple, easy to read. It's a little compact, small travel book. It's kind of heavy. It's like the size of a brick, but this is going to be really cool. So I figured I would use it as a study tool. So I bought that book to study, and I was telling Dad about it, and we were conversing about foods, and him, he doesn't cook, so he's got to eat out or eat TV dinners, and again, he was like, "You're the burger from that," and blah blah blah. Well, he knows we're basically penny pinching. He does know we're spending money on meats because we don't have any meats in the city. So, but then again, you know how it goes. So it was just, and you got snacks. Well, that's good. Yeah, I ordered snacks too. So I ordered another DVD tonight while talking to Poppy, The Path to War. That was something I don't want to, I can watch right now all the time, but, with my snacks and everything else, it's, got my electric bill, credits are there. The lady's like, you should add 100 anyways. Turns out the electric company's trying to ask us for money even though we have credits because they're struggling. I'm sorry, but I don't want to pay anything additional during a pandemic. I mean, literally. I mean, we're stuck indoors anyways, so dealing with my sister and her family issue. I told her to get a cab and come over. I got tagged. Well, at least that's good, So my father-in-law was basically saying the same thing. If you got beans, you can live on protein. You don't need to spend money on meat. But the thing is we're in a pandemic, so we have to look after each other. So, Dad was basically stating that it was okay to give the farmer business. Oh, well, I got lucky too. I found several bags of Oreos that's being shipped to me for Chloe. There's an Oreo, vanilla and marshmallow Oreo or something. It's like a marshmallow Oreo. And Chloe's like, oh yeah, marshmallow flavored Oreo. So she's quite happy. She's going to eat a marshmallow flavored Oreo. I also got her a couple bags of Reese's peanut butter cup flavored Chips Ahoy. So Chloe's really happy about that. So anyways, we talked about money and we talked about other things, So Dad said he had Indian last night and then he had to go get a couple cartons of smokes tonight. So when he did that, he took takeout. I don't remember what he said he ate, but the Elk Lodge and his and this is why I got to get a better brush. Literally, it's stuff like this that gets tangled in rat's nests, little hairballs and something that they tie up. And anyways, before you ask, no, it doesn't hurt. So, anyways, so Dad was talking about getting Mexican tomorrow. I'm like, dude, you should be staying in. He's like, well, I am. I gotta watch a lot of TV. My computer's broken and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but he told me to finish up my projects and finish up my computer projects and get to the other project. Oh, the marshmallow ones? Yeah, I just found it on Amazon Prime. It's like $2 a package. So I bought like several packages and filled up a box. I mean, each Prime box, this is $5.99 a box. So I picked up the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Chips Ahoy, and I picked up Chunky Chips Koi for me. I picked up some Double Dutch chocolate cookies for her, and so she's got snacks. I prefer chips, so I've been thinking about buying chips for myself, but I'm also looking at either sending Chloe to the hardware store, I'm just buying locally, like Duracell or Energizer, so I have batteries on hand for the television remote, or uh, something else. I mean, Chloe got, what was it she got the other day? Oh yeah, double A's. So this will power my Game Boy for a couple days over triple A's. So you know. Oh yeah, yeah. So do I. It's just my brush went missing, and I have to buy a new brush, so I got to order it. But you know, being on a fixed income, I'm basically penny pinching every dollar, you know, and trying to stretch out things. I do got to order towels eventually. Me and Chloe's got to order some towels for because we're running out of bath towels, so we have to order some new ones. So that's one of the purchases we've been thinking about doing. You know, and with us not having access to Walmart, you know, we're really screwed. We're literally royally screwed. Usually, I kept my hair in a scrunchie, but one of my subscribers said, "Oh, you look better without your hair in a scrunchie." So then my brush was missing, and I'm like, "Where's my brush? I still can't find it." So with mine being naturally curly and wavy hair, it really does a number, on me. Yeah, I'll look at doing that at Target. I've been meaning to do that. My last order at Target was beans. I don't know if I bought anything else. I was gonna look at Target for chips tonight. Get some chips in, and but Chloe's like, with your heart disease, you shouldn't be eating a lot of chips. Well, plus the fact that cheese chips can constipate you if it's using real cheese like Cheetos. Hey, there's my baby right here. Hello, everyone. Mommy says my dry dog food comes in tomorrow, but my other food doesn't come in at all. Not yet, anyways. What's wrong? Nothing. Yep. So, this is what's going on. So, you got to place another order? How much money are you spending this month? We're making sure we have towels and we're making sure we have everything. Nah, right. Don't worry about me. Yeah. You're not the gopher from Caddyshack. How come you haven't bought that movie? I'm wondering if you can find Caddyshack, Moppy. Be a movie I'd like to see again. Ugh. No, I haven't even tried any of those. Usually when I eat fish and chips, it's usually regular fish and chips from the store. It's just something I like, but I've been not eating out a lot either. Our stores, they're running out of commercial stuff, so. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so adorable, little Moppo. Potato chips. Cod chips. No, I don't eat fish chips. I actually eat just regular potato chips, like Doritos, Pringles, Ruffles, Cheetos. If I can get a deal on them, usually we just pick them up at the grocery store or something. Chloe's going to go shopping tomorrow online, so she wanted to get some stuff, but I don't know. The lady wants us to wait on hold so we can get our order possibly tomorrow delivered. She's a struggling farmer and she wants to sell some meat, so if we're going to be here tomorrow, so be it. Oh yeah, you're so cute. It says I got an email. So what's the email? I'm getting a lot of emails tonight, I think. So, anyways, like I said, um, for some of you out there, um, it's been a busy day again. I'm hoping to get my video game reviews watched pretty soon and then be done. And then me and Chloe can get the rest of the house cleaned up and do our chores. And then, sorry, and then do other things. I mean, I really do love all of you. I'm honored to have you as friends, and I'm honored that you tune into my channel. And by the way, while you're here, Gail, because I know people are going to be watching this one that's offline tonight, so I wanted to ask you, what do you think of what my dad said tonight? My father-in-law. He never thought about it. Check the sewage systems and check the sewage treatment plants for the virus. It'll be there. He says all you got to do is see if it's bad enough to keep the city closed down, and that could work better than keeping the entire counties and states closed. I thought that was an interesting idea. Their diet? Yeah, well, I'm not going to eat diet chips. My dad knows that, I mean, you can't diet when you eat a nice T-bone or porterhouse. You just got to inhale the whole thing and enjoy the flavor of it, you know. But, nah, the old man was really good with what he said. I'm actually surprised at what he said. I mean, literally. He even said Chloe's family's jealous that Chloe's eating better than them during this pandemic. But he said that people in Ohio, they're not following the 6 feet distance. They're not wearing masks and gloves. He says that's it. That entire state, his entire state, might uh, get infected again. So then he's like, "But it's okay. I'm just gonna go and get some food, out and go home, takeout. Like tonight, last night was Hindu. I don't know what he said. I think he said he ordered a sandwich or something, and then when he got his cigarettes, and then tomorrow is Mexican. I'm like trying to tell the old man, save your money, dude. I mean, we don't eat out every night. I mean, most of our restaurants are closed. No, he actually said tonight, he goes, Rita, since you do YouTube, maybe you should bring this up to the YouTubers. He said, I wonder in this recession, economic impact, or slash depression that people are talking about, how many restaurants are still going to be in business next year when they run out of more money in the next few days for their small business loans? I was like, that's a good question. A lot of our restaurants are closed because they can't get the ingredients now. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what Dad was saying. They were talking about this on the news tonight. He said it never thought about it. I mean, if this virus can show up in a shit in water, then it should be showing up everywhere. I mean, they're basically saying that it would show up in the dog's fur. Hello, Pee Wee. So my dad was talking about that tonight on our weekly phone call. We're talking about movies too, religion, but I mean, literally, I mean, he had to get into politics, too. But I just let it go and wondering out the other night. I was nodding and like, yeah, mm-hmm. I try not to let politics get to me. I mean, he basically doesn't blame either party. He just says this virus is kicking us in the ass and that we need to keep the states closed because there is no way to contain this virus. If you let everyone release the social distancing, it's going to come back twofold, three, fourfold, or severely with a vengeance. And then we all hurt. Let me go look, Pee Wee. Great. All right. Thanks for the email. And you can make complete sense, you know. Yeah, yeah, I agree completely. I agree completely, you know. And I tried to be actually impartial, honestly. It was just as I said, take it as a grain of salt, you know, for what I had to say. I mean, literally. Literally, my father was ranting and raving today, but he was ranting and raving mostly about, well, you know, about stimulus won't happen, another stimulus won't happen, and you know that was not what he was talking about. The gist of it, but he also was talking about how that the news is talking about if they can basically find coronavirus after you take a shit and it ends up in a bowl of water, they should be able to check out the commonplace in the treatment plants, you know, to test to open up the government that way or to open up the country that way. More viruses and less open, you know. Yeah, well, as I said to Gail, and she keeps telling me, you know, not to blame myself for it. You know, all I was trying to say, Pee Wee, you know, as you know, as I can't remember everything honestly. I wish I was completely drunk when I did it. That would have been a good reason to basically. A drunken Rita basically goes on a drunken tangent, but honestly, all I was trying to say, my father-in-law was talking about this tonight. I basically laid down the law with him. I said, I don't talk religion or politics with you. Religion's fine because we're both ministers, but in terms of politics, I basically finally just said, look, we had a shitstorm last night. I explained it to him. And he goes, hmm. Then I said, my only bet is, and Dad turned around and said, you know, he says, I'm not impartial to any party, but he says, your opinions probably match up better than most. You know, people aren't seeing through the boxes, you know. I mean, you got two sides of the fence working. And to me, it doesn't matter. I just said I'm not going to bring it up again. But when I brought it up to him, he's just like, look, you're not at fault. He was basically stating that, you know, when you look and analyze things like my husband did, you look at it from both sides. And frankly, I was trying to say it that way. So today, I'm not even getting into it. I'm more happy about that lady emailing me tonight, as I told Poppy, and she's going to deliver me my meat personally to me. That's what I'm happy about. I don't really care about the politics. I mean, literally. Everyone has their own opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. As long as they don't cause a shitstorm, we should all be fine to have our own opinions. I mean, I'm not impartial. I just gave my own opinion. I guess, as I said to Gail, I'll take the blame for it. If there was mutiny last night, I will go down the ship. It was my fault, you know. Plain and simple. Enough said about it, you know. Well, the thing is, when she emailed, she wanted to know if I wanted 10 pounds, 20 pounds, quarter, half, or whole cow. And she was going to set up the whole cow she'd have to kill. Right now, she's sitting on about 400 pounds of beef and about 200 pounds of pig and very little goat. So because she's got very little goat, she wanted to know how much poundage we want. Because, you know, I sent you the price sheet. Or two is give her a price range. So Chloe talked to her and I said, look, we're going to spend about $500 to start. And if that's not enough to get us by for the month for two people, we will go up to $900 to $1,000. The lady said, if you're paying $500 for meat and you two walk, I will deliver you it. Since you already have cash on hand, I will come there with the meat on hand. We'll exchange it, and then I will have you have your meat. She says, so then if you need future deliveries, I know where to go. I can set it up for you if you want 200, 300. She says, most people are paying between 30 and 70 for meat right now. They're basically getting a few pounds. When we offered her, she said the reason she had to know what we wanted money-wise prices, she's got to divide it up. So, for example, if she doesn't have any rib steaks, she won't give us rib steaks. If she's got two porterhouses, she'll put two porterhouses. If she has a prime rib roast, she'll put that in. But she has to basically balance it out. And because we're giving her money, she wants to make sure we get our values worth for the month. So she wants to make sure she has enough for food for the month, whether we have bacon and eggs for breakfast. She also said she set us up with a dairy farmer that has his own special license that can deliver milk to us, organic milk. And if we wanted eggs, we can have eggs delivered to us too. We can have eggs delivered to us a couple times a week if we wanted organic eggs. So she's basically said this was a blessing alone, that she's struggling. And yet, like I said in the other video, as I told my father-in-law, she told the rich motherfuckers to go die. The wealthy ain't getting any of her meat. The poor and the middle class, if they have the money, they can buy before them. And yet, as Chloe said Saturday, not one rich motherfucker, quote unquote, went to the farmer's market. Chloe was there for so long. Not one rich motherfucker bought anything from the meat man there of organic. Tells you right there, if the meat man wants to go through the farmers and buy up all the meat, literally, the rich fuckers tried to go over to Roche Harbor the other day to buy up all the seafood. The guy turned around and said, we're having a hard seafood season. It might be July before we get anything. Apparently, they threw a fucking shit fit. I mean, literally, tells you right there, the greedy son of a bitch. The lady said for me, it cost me and Chloe, if we wanted to part with $2,000, we would have the whole cow minus the intestines and the brains and stuff. Otherwise, we just have pure meat. It's about $2,000. Usually a whole cow costs about $3,000 to $3,500. So if we wanted a cow, we can do it. We can also buy a whole pig or a whole goat. The whole goat would be about $900, and a whole fucking pig would be about $1,300. So give or take, she gave us quotes on that, but it just depends on what we want. If no one wants to go in and everyone wants fucking bacon, she says she won't slaughter the pig because they all want bacon. But if we wanted a pig, we wanted ham hocks, we wanted pork ribs, we wanted pork chops, we wanted bacon. The only difference is if we had her slaughter a pig, she's tacking on about a $75 delivery charge, and she's charging another $25 to smoke the pig. That's part of the deal. So it'd be about $1,500 or so for a pig, but you get the entire pig for yourself, minus the intestines and tongue, unless you want that stuff. Then you can have it. But with me, I wanted steaks and ribs, and Chloe wanted prime rib and hamburger. She also offered us lamb. If we wanted a whole lamb, that would be about approximately, like, give or take, about $8.50 for a whole lamb. So to me, it seems like it's a good deal. So well, that's the thing. The lady said if I bought a freezer, she'd give us a deal. The thing is, right now, she's only holding on to approximately 400 pounds of beef. She only has 200 pounds of pig and about 75 pounds of lamb and about 50 pounds of goat. And she raises these things for eating, but she only slaughters when there's enough people in demand. So that's why her grass-fed beef goes for more. I mean, when you slaughter it and you vacuum pack it, that's why the price is per pound. But because we're buying so much, she's giving us a deal. And besides that, she said she was praying, mind you, to the big man, supposedly. And her answers and her prayers, because she's struggling. When Chloe came out and offered $500 for meat, she says, I'll deliver it personally to you. I will get in touch with you after I go through the meat supply and see what I can grab. That would be efficient for you to have everything you want for a month. And she's offered to also work with us in the future if this meat thing gets worse. Did you know the fucking wealthy son of a bitch grocery store owner that kicked Chloe out? I was telling her this. Kicked Chloe out because Chloe got mad. She says, yeah, we've heard all about it. The lady had it coming. Discriminating bitch. So she said the fucking guy offered to buy all her meat so he could sell it in the grocery stores instead of charge $10 for a pound of or whatever it is, like whatever he pays for the hamburger. He offered to pay half the price for the hamburger, and then he was going to raise it 4 times so people would pay $40 for grain-fed hamburger. She says the guy's a greedy son of a bitch. She won't even budge with that. Grocery stores go through distributors, not her. She's going only for the people that truly need it, and because she heard rumors that Chloe's well off, she's willing to do business with Chloe anytime Chloe wants the freezer filled. She's like, we're going into a depression and we have to be prepared. So the lady was very nice. She says, I'll get back to you tomorrow morning with a list of what I recommend that can go in there that can feed you guys for a month. She also recommended some sirloin roasts and some beef roast and some pork roast. Sounds good to me. I don't mind a good pork roast popped in the crock pot and slow cook. I don't know how much. I mean, right now, the stuff that she's growing is she has a small farm, so she's basically, only buying and selling what is needed. She works with a co-op, so the co-op basically pulls together the 4 farms that do slaughter their meat. They pull their resources, and each co-op has their own little store for meat. And so when you get it, it says like farmers such, it says co-op on this island, but each island in the county has their own co-op. And so, they all pull their resources. Oh, okay. So each county has their own store, but because it's a co-op, they charge more. So like you saw the prices, it might be a little more expensive, but it helps out the entire co-op. It's what do you call it? A county co-op for beef and pork and stuff. And to me, I don't mind. I mean, literally, honestly, sis, here's this thing. As I told my dad, my father-in-law, if we're out of fucking beef in the stores and we're not allowed to leave the island, there's only option is to fucking eat beans for the entire month. Oh, you look cute.
Thank you.
As long as you keep it pulled down, your panties don't show, we're good. Because I'm still alive, we were talking about that argument last night. Pee-wee probably wants to see how cute you are after having a shower.
Little bath.
A bath.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
See, she said she knew she wanted to see you. Hey, that smells interesting. What are you smelling? Are you putting perfume on now?
Yeah, lotion. I put lotion on my legs.
Is that what smells weird?
Yeah, smell it.
No, I can smell it from here. My sniffer works really well. That's why I said, what type of lotion did you put on? Lemon scented?
Yeah, something like that.
A little strong in my opinion. It smells like perfume.
I usually like to put lotion on my legs. It helps my legs stay, soft. And I put them on my hands too. Legs, feet, hands.
Yeah, someone was telling me the other day I needed to go buy a couple of gallons of hand sanitizer. What do you think?
Yeah, we should. I mean,
maybe we can find it. I don't even know if Target sells hand
I've started to
sanitizer.
get lotion recently and put them on my legs. I put lotion on my skin. And also too, every now and then I'm going to start exfoliating. Like, it's just, I'm going to start exfoliating too. I mean, because, in the past, in the recent past, I remember our friend at the coffee shop. Remember one time she said I had nice legs?
Becky?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for her.
I know. But I do
that chop's going to be going under.
I like the compliment. I like the compliment. So, a lot because I
use lotion like you're trying to run out of it.
I know. I always took a lot of pride in my legs. People love them. I love them, and yeah.
So hold on, I have to do something. Hi, I'm Vi. Look at me. Look at my cute 7-foot legs. Woo, I'm a real woman.
My dad. Yeah, my dad's a man. He's seriously, he tried wearing shorts, and when he tried wearing shorts once, and he did not. His legs are like his thighs were thin, and he had thicker calves. I'm like, yeah, this is what most men have.
And he was 7'7", right?
Yeah,
so how would he pass?
And this is how long his feet were. He had big feet too. Big feet, and he has a typical male pelvis. It's narrow, so he's doesn't have an hourglass figure. He has a regular, and he has broad shoulders. And
If that can't fool a man, who would?
I know. And
No offense, I'm not trying
he
to make
was at a
fun
gas
of anyone.
station. He was at a truck stop, and they called him sir. He didn't like it, and of course, I got called ma'am. He was angry. He was PO'd at me, and like it's my fault why he got misgendered and I didn't.
Well, you're a lady. That's why.
Thank you, Pee Wee. So cute, feminine.
I'm not cute and feminine. I'm basically an ugly troll. People think of me as
You're
a
not an ugly
Butch
troll.
Boldyke with fake boobs, is what they say. I see me as an old nag, anyways, with this gray hair. One day you'll have gray hair too.
Yeah, I will. I'm starting to get gray hair actually. I've been starting to get gray hair since I was in my early 20s. I started finding a strand every there and there. When I was 25, I started noticing that no matter how, if I pull it out or not, I'm always going to have a few strands of gray hair. Now I'm starting to get more strands, so yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. I think I sent you my picture. I actually had my face redone. So, most people it's ma'am anyways. It's just I'm older.
What's endearing mean?
I'll look it up. But anyways, well, I am feminine. I'm actually really feminine. I just because I'm at home, sis, I don't wear dresses. Otherwise, if I go out to doctor's appointments, everything else, I would. But being stuck at home, I just wear pants.
I don't have a dress on either.
Well, a lot of people think that a sweatshirt dress, that sweatshirt shouldn't be a dress.
It's not a dress.
And maybe I am funny, but, I am actually an older woman. My mother wore jeans a lot. She had short butch haircut, but she was, just mom, She didn't like women, but
how to
she
get
was interested in men. Oh, it doesn't matter to me. My hair has been dyed by my cousin-in-law, so what's left of the dye is here. Otherwise, my hair changed. And I don't try pulling the hair out. It's all the stress.
Someone at Mill Hospital once thought I had a wig on because my hair was because I had such healthy, nice hair, and it was thick. So they thought I was wearing a wig, right? Because And I was like, I haven't worn a wig since 2011, 2012. And I was like, I told it was like inspiring love or affection. Thank you. But anyways,
you don't know her like I do. She's got a temper on her.
Yeah, I do have a temper. I am BPD. But anyways, can I continue on? But yeah, I was but yeah, they thought I had a wig on. I was like, actually, that's my natural hair. It's my natural hair.
That little guy is asking to go.
I know, I'm going to take him. But I was like, yeah, I just told him, told these people, this is my natural hair. I have not worn a wig in a long time, and I've grown this out, and I like it. I like my hair because it's nice and thick, and I like having it's naturally dark brown. I like having dark brown hair. And that I've dyed my hair. I've dyed my hair in the past. I dyed it. I started dyeing it like a reddish mahogany, and then a purple mahogany color. So I had I pretty much would look more like a dark red, like I had dark red hair. But then I started dyeing it black. Started dyeing my hair black. It was like a black brown. It was like the darkest shade of brown, but it was black. So I kind of with black hair. I kind of looked. Yeah, with black hair, I dyed it black, and people told me I looked goth, because they just told me I looked goth because I wore black, and my hair was black, and everything, and I had piercings at the time, so people thought that I was actually, they thought I was goth. But I'm Chloe. I'm not gonna say that that I'm not gonna put labels on myself. I don't really do that anymore. Yeah, I have a temper. My son said, "Mom is very to get along with. Just don't piss me off." Yeah, that's how I am. Like, if someone pisses me off, then I go off. But when someone doesn't piss me off, and
when you basically snap, you basically tear down everyone
I
down.
understand that. But when people don't piss me off, I'm not mean to anyone when they don't piss me off.
Yeah, but when you get pissed off, you're mean to everyone, including me.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have black hair or you wear a lot of black, people just think you're goth. I mean, when I was in high school, I used to wear all black all the time. I used to wear a lot of black a lot, even in high school. And people in high school thought I was goth. They thought I was goth, and they thought I was, yeah, it just said I should be hanging out in the goth area. I am like, why are you guys labeling me goth? I mean, I wear black. I mean, people who go to work at dressing all professional wear a lot of black. Black's a professional color.
Oh my God.
And then hold on. And then when I was in college, I didn't wear much black. I kind of went through, I used to wear like a lot of American Eagle and Hollister clothes, so I had more colors I wore. But then when I came out and started transitioning, first I started wearing a lot of purple and pink, but I knew that wasn't me. After a while, I started going back to wearing dark colors. Eventually, I started getting stuff that had like black, gray, white, or stuff like that, or had black in it. Until I started buying stuff that was more black or dark color than anything else. Now most of my clothes are dark colors, mostly black. What is it?
Two people, speaking of anonymity for the protection, said that if the states go ahead and open up, by the end of the month, we're going to have 100,000 cases a day of coronavirus and 3,000 cases of deaths per day. It will spiral out of control. Your take?
That happens. A lot of us will die, and it'll be to the point where you go into cities, there won't be as many people. There will be less people around. A lot less people. Yeah, my name is spelled Chloe. Yeah, I'm not a Kardashian, so it's not spelled like that. No, my name Chloe spelled Chloe, like most girls that name have their name spelled like that. It's Chloe. That's how it usually is spelled. So yeah, I don't go out if I don't wear a mask and gloves. Same here. Every time I go out, I put my mask on. I have latex gloves I put on only when I go in stores, though. I do that. My mask I only put on when I go in the stores. Usually, otherwise I wear it around my neck, because what I have is one of those little headscarves that I bought when I used to live in Arizona, and I bought them because they were cute, very stylish, and I tend to become a fashionista, so being a fashionista, I bought that stuff, and I bought it too to kind of try new styles with my hair and kind of keep the hair out of my face at the time, because when it's summertime in Phoenix, it gets hot out, and last thing you want in your face while it's hot out is your hair. So what I did was I bought those to keep the hair on my face and to keep my face a little cooler, and it worked. It worked. But then there are times where I cleaned. I wore them as masks over my face, so I don't have to smell cleaning chemicals or smell stuff that's rotten. I know. But lately, because of the pandemic, and I don't have those masks that they make, I've been using my headscarves, putting them around my neck, and just putting over my face, just so I protect myself. I also have a bandana that I found once with skulls on it. It was really cool, so I was like, it's mine. a black bandana with skulls on it, it's mine. So yeah, sorry, my legs itch. Just put lotion on. Yeah. Yeah. People just want to reopen, and this is not the time to reopen, things right now. We can't just reopen. We have to. We have to be cautious. A man wore KKK hood at a grocery store after San Diego County required face masks. A virus spreads.
Yeah, that was just from the KKK. Yes.
He put a Klan hood on. Oh my goodness! Now that's. I think he's being an ass. I think the guy's trying to put on a KKK hood because he probably wants to rebel one way or another. So he puts on a hood. But you know what? You put on a Klan hood. That just, yeah. Tonight, yeah, I mean, those black masks. I mean, I wouldn't mind wear one of those black masks, I guess. But yeah. And that's my favorite color, anyways. Black's my favorite color. When I play Guild Wars 2, right? Most of my characters on Guild Wars 2, I usually get the closest color to black. Might get this one color that's like the darkest color you could get in dyes in the game because you could dye your armor and stuff. I like the darker the color, the better, because I like my characters to pretty much wear all black. I mean, I always every time I put armor on my characters, I always dye it black because I I just like it. I wear black in real life, and even in a lot of games where I could, if it's available, I dress my characters in black. And another thing is too, because I usually like to match my characters with me. Because another thing is too, in real life, I actually like going out with bare legs. I wear short skirts, or I just go out, like this sometimes. And but yeah, and then like in Guild Wars 2, most of the outfits I kind of too, because you could change different armor skins as you unlock them. So I kind of make it so that my characters aren't black, but they're also showing their bare legs. But I also make sure that I have all 6 different types of armor pieces on, because that actually uppers the defense of my character, so I don't take as much damage, and so that these armor runes that you can put into armors have the full effect if you put the same rune in every armor piece. Yeah. Oh yeah, same here. Even though for me in the wintertime, I actually go out with bare legs a lot. It's just my thing. I don't like wearing pants. I mean, my legs need to breathe. My legs need to be free. Now, my arms, on the other hand, I usually wear long sleeves a lot because my arms easily get cold. So wearing long sleeves, I feel more comfortable, feel more like I could be warm. Oh, I love flip-flops too. Oh, I love flip-flops. I wear shoes every now and then too, though, but I usually like wearing them without socks. I don't like wearing socks much. So when I go out, I wear shoes.
We're a clothing company. J.Crew went bankrupt.
Oh, okay. But when I wear shoes, I usually like wearing without socks. I wear flats too. I love flats, but I will not wear heels. I'll never wear heels. Heels are hard to walk in, and heels hurt your feet, and they do damage in the long-term run. But I love wearing flats and flip-flops. When I'm at home, though, I'm usually always barefoot in home. When I'm at home, I'm always barefoot. And sometimes if the ground's, not too rough, I usually go outside barefoot too and run around. But Yeah, I usually like to have bare legs, bare feet. But I usually like wearing sweatshirts too. So that's just how I am. Yeah, for me, even three-quarter sleeves sometimes doesn't work for me. For me, I usually like to have my sleeves. I usually like to have my sleeves come to my hands, and even a little beyond. I like especially with this one, I like because it comes to my fingers, so I like that. I actually like that. Therefore, I always like that for me. Um, yeah, I don't wear socks around the house. I do not wear socks around the house because they get dirty, they get holes in them, and you walk, you're on your feet. So I always just found it much easier to just go barefoot. So I mean, and plus my feet tear up footwear like crazy. So more I could be so more I'm able to be barefoot, the better. So if I'm somewhere and I could be barefoot, I usually just go barefoot. And another thing is, and the same thing goes to my legs. I usually prefer bare legs. I don't like wearing pants because they get holes in them. A lot of my leggings get worn out and they get holes in them, and I just, you know. But yeah, I mean, I know people have complained about my shorts or skirts or dresses being too short, but I
Look at this.
and I'm not trying to. I'm like, oh my. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, he's got an exclusive deal now on
Oh,
YouTube
my.
or something.
But anyways, going back to what I'm saying is that it's not like I'm going out trying to show off my legs like a whore. It's just that. Oh yeah, leggings and long tops go good together too. If I have to wear leggings, every now and then I'll wear it out with like a long top, and it looks so good. But yeah, when I wear something that's like this short, it's I'm not it's not trying to be sexual. No, I'm not. It's for comfort. It's because it's what I'm comfortable in. I mean, it's what I'm comfortable in, and being pantless is something I'm comfortable with. I'm comfortable, you know. I'm comfort. There's many times I'm comfortable wearing just a sweatshirt and underwear, sweatshirt and panties. That's pretty much what I'm comfortable in. But yeah, and oh yeah, especially like with cool breezy weather, I love that. I mean, especially the breeze on my legs. It actually is a comfort thing to me, but I don't like breeze on my arms. That's why I wear long sleeves a lot. The only time I ever wear that I show off my arms is when it's like extremely hot out and then I'm in a tank top, but that's like rare. Usually I have long sleeves on, and the only time I ever wear anything on my legs is if it really gets cold or so, or if I haven't had a bath in a while. But other than that, I usually prefer bare legs. But yeah, I do have a few pairs of leggings around. Most of my leggings, when it comes to leggings though, the only color leggings I'll ever wear is black. When it comes to leggings, they have to be black. They have to be solid black.
I thought I was very feminine.
You are. You like to show off your boobs and arms a lot.
Oh yeah, I love my boobs. Everyone's jealous of these girls.
But yeah, I mean, and you know what? I love my legs. I love my legs. I love my feet because I got a lot of compliments on that. Even some people say I have nice arms. Yeah. So you like the color, you like the all black tops with the colored leggings. With me, it's the other way around. With me, I can wear different color shirts, right? Usually I wear black, the shirts that are black, dark purple, or turquoise, or like a dark blue or so. Sorry. or gray, but my leggings, on the other hand, are all black. If I wear leggings. If I'm not wearing leggings, it's because I have bare legs. So I either have bare legs, or if I am wearing leggings every now and then, they're black. Their leggings are black. And my now when it comes to my cami tops, my camis and my if I have tank tops and camis I wear in the summertime, they're all black too. So a lot of my bras are black. A good majority of my panties are black. So black's my color. It always has been, even when I was very young.
Still, I think I'm very feminine.
Yeah, you
Being
are.
stuck at home, I don't get to be feminine.
All right, well, I gotta go take Moppy out.
And then it's movie time.
Yes. We'll see how cold it is out there.
Moppy, how could you?
All right, Moppy, let's go.
I'm always feminine. It's just being at home, I can't be feminine. How cold is it out there?
Well, it's not that bad.
Size on what? I don't know. She wanted to walk the dog. She really wants to get into Star Wars tonight. Watch some videos, you know. Rita, any woman see that they would run fast as they could. Could go it, rip someone wide open. What are you talking about? Rip what open? Rita, any woman see that they would run as fast as they could go. It ripped someone wide open. What are you talking about? Rip what open? What are you talking about? Oh, I love wearing dresses. It's just I'm stuck indoors. You know, wintertime, you're stuck indoors. Summertime, I usually wear cute little tops and go to the beach. But still, I don't know. I don't know what Gail's on. Oh, I am very feminine out in public. That's one thing I do. When I go out, I really dress up nicely. It's just I'm stuck at home mostly because my preconditions of heart disease. So Chloe wants to do everything for me, so I let her. Well, what are you talking about, Gail? Rip what up? Well, I would be running the other way too if someone was hung. There was this one trans woman apparently that had one that was the size of a bat too. Oh, boy, hung is bigger than a horse, huh? Well, thank God I don't have any. Thank God people always look at me and they see me and they wonder if there's a bulge and there's no bulge. No bulge means there's nothing there. It was corrected 2 years ago. It makes me think of Chloe's joke the other day. Chloe's dad always says, "Oh, when I have lower surgery, I can't wait to have it smell real bad like regular women." And I think to myself, no, you don't want that. Makes me laugh. I hear that all the time from trans people. They're always talking about how they wanted the sun to hit it and they sweat and they stink. And it's like, no, you don't want it. My husband used to joke about that too. I mean, literally. I say, as a woman, it's not a pleasant smell. That's all I'm going to say about it. Then again, half the time, Chloe takes the bath first, and it gets me to the point where I'm just like, oh, I'll take one tomorrow. I'll take one tomorrow. Then when I take one, I'm quite happy, you know. I wouldn't go to a nude beach. I mean, I've been to one, but it wasn't impressing me, and I was in Australia, so. I plead the Fifth Amendment, sis, on that one. I plead the Fifth. Orlando, my stepbrother lives in Orlando. Apparently, he likes to go to Disney World all the time and dress up as a Jedi Knight. No, I plead the Fifth. Mm. Yeah, well, child molesters should be hung up and strung up, or hung out to dry. They should be. That's just my opinion. I remember mom taking me to Disneyland once a year. Prices were good back then. Nowadays, it's just too damn expensive. Oh, talking about Disney for a minute. Did anyone see the report today? They're talking about Disney's failing. Disney keeps buying up everything, and the only thing keeping them floating is their streaming service right now. I mean, Disney's complaining that there's not enough money to go into their Disney stores to buy stuffies and plushies. Well, like I said, sis, when it comes to bathing, here's what gets upset to me, okay? For 50 months, I supported Chloe. And every day, Chloe wanted the first bath. So I got to the point where when Chloe wasn't around, I take a bath and shower daily, all the time. But when she got in the picture, I started going without baths because I'm one of those that once my coffee's done, I wanted to go take a bath or a shower. And yet she was already in there hopping in the tub. So I started basically saying, fuck it. I was the type that after my cigar and my coffee at my old place, I'd go have my bath. I was the first one in there. It was a great time. You mean over at the Animal Kingdom? Didn't hear that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Poor kid. Yeah, well, I'm relaxed here too. So, I let Chloe take a bath, when I get around to it. You know what Chloe tells me? I'll tell you how Chloe tells me. Chloe will come to me and she'll be like, Rita, you stink. Go take a bath. I go, okay. Yeah, Dad was talking about restaurants tonight, companies. He was wondering what companies will survive the pandemic if the government or the country doesn't open up. How many bankruptcies, how many airlines are going to fail, how many cruise lines are going to fail, how many restaurants are going to fail, how many mall stores are going to fail, all this stuff. He's just like rambling on about it. But he also stated, that Kimmy was right. Without testing kits, what's the point? There's no cure. So Dad was going on and on about keeping the government closed. How many people will commit suicide? Yeah, Dad and I were talking about suicide. How many people will you see? Me and Dad were talking about that. People, their livelihood has businesses, and their businesses failed. How many of them are going to commit suicide? How many people are going to see the stock market fail? How many people are going to see the stock market executives commit suicide? Do it. I mean, Dad was talking about this tonight. He says we're in a pandemic where someone has to give and take and get things moving along. But you know, he's thinking the news is right. You know, we're gonna have 100,000 cases a day and 3,000 deaths if they open up by the end of the month. There's gonna be a lot more deaths and a lot more things for lighting up. Or what do you call it? Loosening up the restrictions. I watched a video that was published like 9 months ago. Someone made a spoof on Disney ruling the world, but it looks like Disney is going to be failing finally too. Disney will fail, and GameStop's failing, and eventually these big businesses will need bailouts, or they're going to fail. I was arguing with Dad tonight. I said, Dad, people don't go back to work. There's no payroll taxes, and then Social Security will be dry up faster than his beans drying up. He just laughed and said, my bean dried up a long time ago, Rita. I think we're in for some hard times. I really do. Well, that's what Dad was saying. People will fall. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people want to go back to work. Dad and I were talking. He was like, yeah, the Republicans want to go back to work. The Democrats want more handouts. I said, I'm not going there. I won't go there because he's got his own opinions. Got a gambling problem, sis? Jokingly, of course. Well, Six Flags falls so well. If Cedar Fair fails, that's what Cedar Points and other theme parks say when they fail. Oh well. If Dollywood fails, oh well. I mean. Well, my opinion is just take it slow, sis. We're all in this together. And by the way, your email was completely right. There's a lot of stir crazy going on. Oh, you should have seen it. You missed it earlier when I was live. It was MG. It wasn't MGM. It was Minnesota, I think. Minnesota and MGM, one of the two. Minnesota, I think it was. People came in. They're like, "Where's our money?" And he's like, "Oh, the same questions continued." He's like, "I'm going to email you with suggestions of what we do topic wise," and it doesn't. Well, yeah, MGM or it was Minnesota, sis. Someone asked where their money is, why they haven't gotten it. So I asked one guy a question, and he's like, and the questions continue. Why haven't I got paid? Where's my money? Type thing. So I troubleshooted the one guy, and he's like, oh, I got on disability this year. I said, well, because you missed the IRS portal time, you get jack shit. He's like, ooh, okay. And then another guy's like, where's my money? I need my money. And I troubleshooted his, and I said, you have child support? He says, yeah, I back child support. And I says, well, you get jack shit then. And MGM said to me, or it was Minnesota said, yeah, I'm going to email you, Rita. I want to basically make it clear that people need to stop asking I was saying dumb questions. We need questions that, if people don't want to go watch your current videos. So I said something like at the end of the video, I said something like, well, if you want to go and learn something and keep asking the questions, why don't you go see Twinkle Fairy out or something and find Twinkle Fairy's channel. Go ask them the question because I'm tired of answering it. Our channel's been pretty damn accurate so far. And yet you're basically sitting there asking me, where's my money? And when I troubleshooted one guy, he said, oh, and then the other guy was like, oh, I have child support. I said, yeah, so you ain't getting jack shit. I mean, literally, so it's just funny, and Minnesota was like, I was getting kind of irritated too because someone was talking about, again, something like stores are open or something and we can get meat through them. Like, I really trust this grocery store's meats right now. That's why I went through the farmer. Yeah, well, to me, I'm staying out of it. Well, so, yeah, I was there. Remember, I was watching it and I was talking about how these people came in all the time, Gail, and they're like, where's my money? I'm getting tired of people asking that. And then remember, Gail, they were actually challenging the IRS portal. And I said, well, Pee Wee was here. She'd have the freaking link up for you and you can read it yourself. He's like, do you work at the IRS? No, I don't. I just have the fucking knowledge because I've had to train my mind to remember it all. So people ask me this. I mean, literally. Don't know. We have clouds, so we won't be seeing a meteor shower. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Pee Wee was watching the previous video, from last night. And, to me, like I said, Gail, it was my fault. I had my own opinions. However, honestly, well, yeah, Dad said the same thing. He said, "With the Republicans, they ain't gonna budge on anything." But he was going on about how it'd be nice for all of that $2,000, but what Dad said. He said, "I may be almost 70 years old, kid, but where's the money coming from?" That was his answer. Where's the money coming from? Then why is it that all these fucking people, Pee Wee, please explain to me, being disabled mentally, why these fucking people are posting, all these fucking people are posting stimulus updates, more stimulus money, more stimulus updates, more stimulus money updates.
It's sort of barking, so.
What was it barking at?
I don't know.
Was it off the property?
Yeah.
Well, you lost your privilege time up. You can stay in then. Food's in there if you want it. I mean, what is it? Twinkle Fairy basically wants to do videos so they can make money off monetizing by getting 2,000, 2,000. What is it? 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, so they can make money. But the thing is let me ask you girls a question tonight. Well, let me ask you guys a serious question. Something I was talking to Dad tonight about. Well, let me ask you a serious question. Me and Dad was talking about these people making videos, and keeps hammering videos out, talking about new stimuluses, and it's a click thing. You click on it, you get information, you push Congress to get them more money per month because they're all struggling. And Dad said, well, just like you said, Rita, it's greed. They're all greedy. They're lazy. They don't want to do anything. They want fucking to take away from the elderly and the disabled to support their fucking lazy habits and needs. Well, let me ask you this question, literally. You see all these people online like Twinkle Fairy and the rest, basically, making videos. Clicking, and they're making money off of this. This next update, this next stimulus, oh, the money's running out. We're going to get a third business loan set up, yada, 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 yada. Click, money. Go pester Congress, do this, do that. Pester them, you need your extra money. We all need to survive. My question is after SSI and veterans get paid, I'll probably have us all email me with new topics to discuss in the live channel. When will these people who are making tons of videos making a living, this is my question, tons of video making a living by talking about new stimuluses we're all going to get, when will it fucking peter out and we can get back to normal discussions of important issues? Once SSI and VA is paid out, there's other topics we can tackle. Fortunately, when will these fucking people peter it out and stop making videos? Because to me, I think it's these fuckers that are greedy son of a bitches. When will it peter out? It's got to peter out eventually. Yeah, but that's the thing. When will the topics peter out? I mean, literally, does anyone really care about small business loans? I don't, except for the businesses. Does anyone fucking care about other things? No. Right now, we're focusing on Direct Express and helping people out. There's other topics we need to focus on. Like, I got to get a website put together so we can get so administrators and moderators alike can post their own views on what to do during this pandemic. People sit there. I mean, we had a dipshit tonight, sis, and Gail was there asking me, what was his name? Kenny Rogers, asking what he should do with his money. I mean, if you come into my channel and say, what am I supposed to buy with my $1,200? I mean, Minnesota was like, look, go watch some of her previous videos. She explains it, but no, you don't want it. You want to come in here and ask now. Dad said our nation's going to fall. There's no way of doing it. Honestly, I don't want to, like I said, we're all adults here, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and say this. Out of love for all of us. And I agree, people need to wake up. But one, we have to have a safe environment for people to go back to work. Get the payroll taxes rolling. That's one. But if we listen to the Democrats, for example, in the blue states, I'm not getting into politics, but I'm just saying my opinion. Take it as a grain of salt, please. We're all adults. We can all agree to disagree in a happy way. I'll disagree. You can disagree. We can all get along. But the Democrats are putting fear that the virus is going to kill. The news agencies are posting 100,000 people will be infected a day. 100,000 infected in 10 days, that's 1 million. And approximately 1 million in 10 days. So, in 360 days, probably the entire fucking half the country could be populated. 3,000 deaths a day. So what does these workers do? They're staying home. They're basically pestering Congress to give them more money. The Republicans said, again, not for either party, if we don't get back to work, payroll taxes won't roll in, we'll run low on Social Security, where are we going to get the money to pay these people? Then they have to come together as a unit and solve the problem. Plain and simple. One side's basically keeping the states closed because supposedly, they want to cripple the country and bring in a strong leader like vice president who's running and keep the president from getting reelected, my own opinion, or two. Or two, as I said, if the virus is down in the red states that are opening already and it's contained and everything's put in place to protect everyone, blue states need to basically follow suit and open. Otherwise, the blue states are going to make everyone live in fear and we're all screwed. Anyway, look at it. Dad says they're not going to budge. Each party's stuck in their damn way. Social Security ain't going to be fixed till the last moment. In the meantime, then the old man does bigotry tonight. Not a politics thing, it's a family family thing, a political family thing in our minds, like a little father-in-law, daughter-in-law thing. Man can't cook, so he stockpiles for TV dinners, but the last 3 nights he's been eating out. And yet he always complains about his finances. Some guy was generous to buy him a new computer since his desktop died. And a laptop. Oh, I got blessed. Yet, he's still eating out every night. I mean, literally, he tells me that the money that Chloe got from her retro checks should basically take care of us for a decade. Yet, don't eat out, don't do this. But the old man's going out every night, and then he bitches about finances. Complete hypocrisy, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. But like I said, the old man thinks that he's been basically sitting there thinking how many personal private businesses out of 230 in the country is going to survive this pandemic. How many people are going to see big businesses and box places survive? Like fucking GameStop, which we already know they're failing. Best Buy. I mean, literally. Eventually, there's only going to be certain stores still around. Feels like we're going back into the 1900s. The old man said, oh, well, that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. I know. Thing is, the old man's basically saying if you open up, you got more deaths and more infections. You stay closed, you can slow it down until you find a cure. But if they fuck up on the cure and they can't find a cure, eventually, the old man said there's no money for anyone. I just don't understand it. Maybe that's the real problem was when I was getting into the flame war last night, Gail and Pee Wee. Maybe I just don't understand it all. I understand it from my point of view, from people that have educated me, but maybe I'm way off right field. I don't know. But it scares me to death. No, exactly. There you go. Either way, we're screwed. We keep this government closed down, we're screwed. We open up, we're screwed. I mean, Dad was playing devil's advocate tonight, but he always does. He looks at both sides, and his only answer was, unless the House of Representatives and the Senate work together to make this work, we're screwed. I mean, the old man basically was stating again, time and time again, that's why I don't get into politics. He said, look, you got the Democrats trying to keep the president from winning an election fairly. You got the Republicans wanting to get everyone back to work so the unemployment goes down that helps win the election. He says, basically his wording was, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know, you took a page out of my book. I always talk about I'm not a rocket scientist. It doesn't take a promotional bell ringer, you know, and you're right, Gail, but that's all my old man was saying, you know. I told him literally, I'll take the blame for last night, you know. I mean, literally, but still. I mean, I just don't understand why people are clicking. I mean, when will the comments, when will the subject peter out and we can get back to normalcy without everyone pushing for another stimulus for their pocketbook? I mean, Gail's right. You're right, Pee Wee. I'm right. We all agree. Where are we going to get the money to give another stimulus? Oh, yeah, we'll just print out a couple $1 trillion platinum coins. Right, like that's going to work. I mean, yeah, exactly. I also agree, you know, Pee Wee, that we should open up. Honestly, I hate being inside. It's stuck indoors. You know, me and Dad were talking about the $1 trillion platinum coin. He said platinum is cheap to make. So making two $1 trillion platinum coins is basically useless. You know what I miss? I miss going out in the early mornings, getting on the ferry and riding the ferry early morning and watching the sunrise over the water as the ferry's chugging towards Anacortes, getting off, getting on a bus, and going to Walmart. I miss doing that. Right now, we're fucking stuck here. I miss going in to see my friends in the galley and be like, hey, they're like, hey, how's Moppy doing? Grabbing a couple of breakfast sandwiches and a coffee and shooting the shit with them. I miss being stuck inside and then finding the galleys are closed, so I can't even get a, you know, and then on the way home, you know, from our grocery shopping on the way home, I miss swinging by KFC or Burger King or something and then going straight home. And then when I get home on the ferry again, if I'm wanting a quick snack, I'd grab a hot dog or something and sit back and relax. And I miss all that. Now I'm stuck in here and watching the calendar and saying, are they going to reopen soon? I hope so, but I doubt it. My father-in-law says they shouldn't reopen. They're reopening too soon. They're reopening just to kill people. That's what he said. A lot of people get sick and die. Well, it's too early to reopen. Maybe the World Bank saying reopen. Maybe it's a political stunt. I don't know. But some ways I want it reopened, but in other ways I want to make sure everyone's safe first before they reopen. I mean, it's like I tried to say last night. I told my dad tonight. Governments that reopen too premature, they're playing with fire. They're playing with people's lives. But if you don't reopen, as I told him, you're damned if you do anyways, damned if you don't. Because people will lose their businesses, people will lose their cars, people will lose their houses. This is an error that's, you know, yeah, I miss a lot. I mean, literally, I miss, you know, I miss a lot. It's sad. Pee Wee, have you heard anything about Burger King shutting down soon? Oh, yeah, we have secondhand stores here, but they're closed. I remember my advocate sent me over to one day. The store gave me a free winter coat that was really warm. I mean, you know, I couldn't believe the old man tonight. Do you really need to buy money for beef? And I turned and I said to him, do you need to eat out every night? Well, I can't cook. Well, cook a TV dinner for $1. If you're basically telling me I have to save money by basically not eating any meat, well, you can eat beans if you can find it. Beans. What is it with people telling me to eat beans? I miss a lot of things. I miss basically going out and going to see my doctors in other towns, 100, 200 miles away to see them and see how they're doing. I have a lot of friends that are doctors that see me, and I have to go and do video conferencing with them because we can't see them. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's basically telling me it's a bad idea to buy meat. I mean, literally. It's too expensive. To me, it fucking sucks. I mean, he buys his food and then he becomes a hypocrite and says, I mean, you know how many times he goes on the deep end about, oh, I got a project I'm working on, but when my new computer comes, I'll share it with you. I said, what is it, Dad? Oh, it's how to choose the right Bible. How to choose a right Bible. Be right back. I mean, he in some ways he's a hypocrite, you know. He goes in and tells me whatever Bible book you get that's um a handbook, you gotta look see if it's um legalistic or loving, you know. I mean, on and on and on. And then he's like, my Bible handbook, my Bible guide will help you choose another Bible. Right. I mean, somehow he just looked out to get a new computer, and yet he's telling me that everything I do right now is not good. And yet, he's always talking about the news tonight. And I said, oh, did you hear about Warren Buffett? No. He sold off a lot of stocks to failing companies, saying that his company lost $50 billion. Told you right there. He says we're going into a depression. The old man said, well, we're going into a depression if no one goes back to work, but we can't go back to work because there's no cure. Literally. I mean, I don't know what to make of it anymore. And yeah, you're right. Food's always a good idea. Food's always a good idea, but still, it saddens me, you know, talking to him and he's. No, he did make a joke, though. We're talking about the wealthy, greedy son of a bitch that's wanting to buy up all the farm meat here. He said, yeah, it's all the greedy son of a bitch, wealthy people that sucked up all the toilet paper. Maybe it's just me, guys, ladies. I don't know. Maybe I'm the confused one. Maybe, I don't know. So, are you guys still with me? Or is everyone disappeared? Some shovel candy in my mouth to keep my sugar levels low. Well, so do I. So do I. My husband used to tell me, as well as his dad, a story about Aaron going into a Chinese buffet. 4 hours, the Chinese man came out and said, you eat all egg rolls. You eat all food. You go now. The old man turned around and said to me, it's people like that say there's an all-you-can-eat buffet or all-you-can-eat shrimp at Red Lobster. But the thing is, it's all you may eat because they'll be the one that cuts you off. It's not all you may eat or all you can eat. It's all you may eat by their standards. I used to love Chinese buffet. We had one in one of our towns. But here we don't have buffets. Some restaurants are better than others. Well, I love trying different foods. That's what life's all about. Different foods, different wines. Instead, you're just stuck with I mean, I like trying different foods. I used to love having Chinese delivered to the house when hubby was alive. We used to love having pizza delivered too. Out here, no delivery. I think God wanted me here to keep away from the fast food restaurants. I remember a few times. I remember a few times Chloe was in a mental hospital and she'd call me. She would call, well, all right, Pee Wee, I guess I'll tell the story later. Well, I guess I'll tell it anyways now to whoever's watching. Chloe would call me up. In the mental hospital. And I would be sitting there talking, and next thing, knock on the door. And she's like, "Oh, the neighbor's there." I'd be like, "Hold on a sec." Next thing you know, she'd hear me sit there. The guy would be like, "Oh yeah, here's your pizza and your wings, ma'am," or "Here's several orders of wings," and I'd be eating them. And Chloe would be like, "I want wings too. I'm in the hospital," or "I want pizza." Remember one time she says, "When I get back, you better be ordering pizza. No ifs, ands, or buts." So it was just interesting. I'd order, I had whole house cleaned, and she'd call from the mental hospital, tell me how her day was, how boring it was there. I'd be sitting there. "Oh yes, I had a pizza. I have pizza," and she'd hear the pizza man. She'd be like, "All right, you better get me pizza when you get back." It was just so funny. It was like I had to eat too. And that's one thing I really miss about my old place is I just called Domino's up and have them deliver Pizza Hut. I mean, literally, I just loved it. Or I loved going out, to KFC, to their all-you-can-eat buffet. They had one where we were at. They also built an A&W. We'd go to other places. But here, I think the good Lord wanted me to stay away from fast food. But yeah, in the summertime, I'd go around to the different fish and chip shops. That was my advice. I love good fish and chips, tartar sauce to go with it. But here, being confined, there's no fish and chips, so I'm stuck. But yeah, Chloe used to always basically tell me, "Oh, I want pizza. I want," it would be funny having her call the mental hospital up, being there a week and me having pizza or wings delivered in every night. I didn't want to cook. It was like, Chloe ain't around. I'll just order food out. But now, it's different. Different as different can be. So, you have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. I think, Gail left. Oh, Aaron took me to a Long John Silver's buffet in Nebraska when I had these girls done. I was healing, and I went in there and they had this coupon, $12.99 for all you can eat buffet for 2 people. I don't know how much fish and chips and hush puppies, but I overloaded. Then when we tried to get on the all you can eat pizza buffet at Pizza Hut, they wouldn't give it to us. So we just took like 4 pizzas with us and we ate them in our hotel room because Pizza Hut and Long John Silver's were about 400 feet from the hotel. We're the days in. He bought the food, I paid for the hotel. That was a piece of heaven. I remember when we got into Seattle the night before we got on the plane to go to out of Seattle to Nebraska for these girls, and he ordered Domino's. We had pizza dropped into our hotel. It was great. Same when we came back home from the healing. I remember I couldn't sleep at all the night before. I was too excited. I was going to get on a plane. My insurance might pay for these girls. I couldn't sleep. When I got them done, I remember the doctor was like, "We'll try," and I'm telling you, it was a piece of heaven. Got to that hotel that night. My husband picked up Long John Silver's several nights. And he's like, brought me a little special hotel type bed and breakfast thing down there, and I was eating and watching baseball and laughing with him. Oh, those are good times. Okay. We don't even have Long John Silver's. You want a good clam chowder? Usually we get clam chowder on the ferry, but ferry's not serving it. At the end of our trip from Walmart, I usually picked up a couple of hot dogs and some clam chowder for me and Chloe. Well, clam chowder for Chloe, but nowadays, can't even find anything decent. Hopefully, you post it. I'd like to see what it says. Oh, I got another email. All right, cool. I miss my husband. What the world's me? Hopefully we. Oh, I gotta check our orders tonight too for Amazon, and Target. I love that. That's always a classic. I hope they get an update tomorrow. My phone went dead. I had to find where kids left the other one. He endorsed the grandson of the Palestinian terrorist for Congress. Are you shitting me? Crikeys, what's the world coming to? I'll have to look into that. You know. Damn, that's not cool. You gotta be kidding me. And he's Palestinian? Don't you have, isn't there rules like you can't run for Congress if you're not a US born citizen? That makes me wonder. I said that isn't cool. I said that is not cool one bit. And then I asked, isn't there a rule that you have to be a US citizen to run for Congress or the Senate? Isn't Karshida the one that's freaking in Washington? I think I've heard of her. She's the one that's trying to get free rent or something for everyone. Won't happen. You know, when it came to Obama, I don't know what to believe. All I know is that healthcare, which, by the way, does anyone know what happened to the Affordable Care Act? Did they actually dissolve it? Because I know doctors that do the transgendered healthcare, and a lot of transgender people aren't getting healthcare anymore. They aren't getting lower surgery, face surgery, boobs, male face surgery, breast removal, stuff like that. So I was curious if they got it taken away. Did they actually dissolve it, or because my doctor keeps saying it's harder and harder to give it. So Omar Karshida is from Washington State. Yeah, I heard something like that. Something like her name came up wanting free rent for everyone. See you tomorrow, Pee Wee. Like I said, I don't know anything about the healthcare. Yeah, well, you know what they say, Gail. America is home of the free and home of the brave and the free. So as long as you're free, you can run for office, even if you're a terrorist, apparently. I don't know. Yeah, well, I never trusted that anyways. When a woman basically turns around and says something like impeach the effer, that tells me right there that they have no common sense for the English language. If I was running for president, do you think I'm going to wave and say something like impeach the effing McConnell, for example? No, I wouldn't say anything of this. It's called common sense. You have to watch your tongue. These people, they get in an office, they get 5 years in office, whether it be Congress and Senate, they get a retirement. We don't even get to see that. And these people, uh, yeah, well, people should talk crap about Israel. I mean, you know, the whole damn country, the world's going to shit in the handbasket, anyways. No one knows what to do anymore, sis. Honestly, it makes me sick. It just makes me sick to have some jackass basically say these things. By the way, Pee Wee's email was really interesting tonight, Gail. When she was talking about the flame war, very thoughtful too. You know, we were basically stating, that that this channel is not for politics, anyways. So, sis, you can't sleep, huh? Gotta finish that paperwork for the manager and get it in. Can't be lollygagging either. Let me just say, the Jewish people didn't deserve what Hitler did. Do you know the true story of why Hitler did it? It wasn't about them being Jewish. I'll tell you the true reason. Did you know Hitler was a Jew? And when a Jewish doctor couldn't save his mother, who was also Jewish, died of cancer. Hitler took it out on the Jews because he loved his mama so much that the doctor who was Jewish couldn't save her with his own life. And so he took it out on the Jews, killed them all, or tried to. Trying to say that the whites are more supremacist. But no one knows unless they look closely at the history of Hitler and realize he was a Jew. No, Hitler was Jewish by birth. And when his mother died because a Jewish doctor couldn't save her and she was Jewish, he went insane because the doctor gave him, hold on a sec, let me think. A medicine to cure chronic flatulence, and that medicine drove him insane. That's the true history of Hitler. That's why I just said he went insane due to the medication he was taking. Arsenic. He was drinking arsenic for his chronic flatulence, and it made him go insane. You see, it's little things like this that I was taught and raised by a lot of different people, scholars and stuff. He went insane because of the arsenic he was drinking to help cure his chronic flatulence. At the time, they didn't know Beano would work, so he had chronic flatulence. And then in the end, he killed himself when the Americans were invading Germany. What was that saying? It was like, what's that smirk, patent? I shan't kiss you. Pity, I shaved close this morning in lieu of getting smacked by you. C. Patrick Marshall or whatever, he was really good. Pity, I shaved very close this morning in lieu of getting smacked by you. No, that's what I said. The arsenic made him insane because it made him insane and made him do weird things. Besides that, the Germans are all weird anyways, I'm sorry to say. No offense to Germans, but I saw a report recently that Germans still, if you act weird, they will commit you and put you on a treasure trove of meds that you will want and keep you locked up inside a mental hospital just because. And the pharmaceutical companies love those type of people. Literally, it's scary as hell, So you can't sleep tonight, Gail? I wonder how many videos they're going to watch tonight before I can. This is the book I was looking for? Nope. That was the other book. Oh, I really, really would like some chips about now. No chips makes Rita go cranky at times. Oh. Yes, I know, Evan. You're looking at me. I'm trying to find my book. Oh, it's right here in front of me. See, I can't even see it so late at night. Well, tell me the story. Why do you want to commit you? What did you do? The warden wanted him to commit you. In C, so I was in a reform school in C. That does make sense. You mean you were in a Catholic reform school and the German scientists didn't like you being Catholic or something? Some people are just stupid. Another email came in again. Oh, the email slowed down. Okay. So one of our own subscribers emailed just now asking me to try to track him down some hand sanitizer. Chillicothe State Reform School. North Chillicothe. Chillicothe? Chillicothe. I've heard that somewhere. Don't say anything, Gail, for a second. I gotta think. Chillicothe. In a bio? Bio was what? What is bio? Hold on. Chillicothe. Chillicothe. All right. I'm going to have to ask you for some help, Gail. That lady went to Chillicothe. I remember the name. There was a it was a prison there, Chillicothe. Hey, Chloe, what was that one lady's name? The one that murdered her mom and ended up in Chillicothe?
No.
You know, the one that has their own ways. She's in, Munchausen.
Oh.
Her mom's name was Dee Dee.
Oh, Gypsy.
Yeah, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. That's it. Gypsy Rose is in Chillicothe. That's where I heard it.
There's a lot of messed up things that happened there.
Yeah, well, Sister Gail said that she tried to escape and destroyed North Chillicothe Girls Reform School in Chillicothe, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
And it was there from the 50s to the 80s. She's an older, gentle woman, and the German psychiatrist wanted to commit her for it. She had to get a lawyer, apparently, but she was, back then, was violent and destructive. So, so Chillicothe is where Gypsy Rose is, and they keep trying to talk about how...
Well, she's not in Gypsy Rose doesn't live in Germany.
No, Gypsy Rose lived... No, Chillicothe, Missouri. She's in Chillicothe Women's Correctional Facility. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They had that one guy, Dr. Phil, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it was. See? It used to be a state reform school for girls. Now it's a prison. See? She was there. Chillicothe.
Dr. Phil was saying a lot of fucked up shit about coronavirus.
Is he still alive?
Mm-hmm. Dr. Phil? Yeah.
It's a women's prison now. Yeah, isn't that Gypsy Rose? She's there. That was big news. Yeah, it was big news back then. Wonder what happened to her. Did they ever release her or something?
No.
They said something about Munchausen. They've been trying to get her released early because of her mental thing. But I agree with one thing that Dr. Phil said about the whole story. She shouldn't have went to a women's prison. She should have went into a mental hospital for like 20 years. But I also agree that the boyfriend shouldn't have gotten life in prison without parole either.
He'll never get out.
No, literally. It's unfair. She gets out before him because of whatever. She ran him under the bus.
She'll do it again.
So, see what she says? Gail says they murdered and hung little girls in the cottage. The staff did it when it was a reform school.
They killed them?
That's what she said. They hung little girls here. The staff at Chillicothe Reform School did.
Why'd they do it?
Because they could.
Just because the girls misbehaved?
Yeah, probably misbehaved, so they hung the little girls. Didn't deserve to die.
I don't know. Not many mental hospitals used to kill people. They used to, patient, say anything bad about doctors and nurses, they'd kill them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Some mental hospitals still do it too.
Scary things.
They find out they have to keep you there and your insurance won't pay, they'll kill you.
Back in the day, maybe. I gotta ask you, just out of curiosity, how can you eat rye bread with mustard? It doesn't look appealing. It'd be like me sitting there and eating bread with ranch dressing and going.
I know. This has pickles in it.
What, mustard?
Oh. Anyway, Well, I think back then people didn't want to be committed because they could possibly die there.
That is giving me some bad memories, sis, of what happened to me when I was a child.
What happened?
She said they made you lay on a bed with a pillow in your mouth while they beat you with a razor strap while you were naked.
Oh, my.
Reminds me of the time I hid my sister's stereo and a guy got almost murdered for it. I was a little kid at 7 years old.
So they beat you up like that in a mental hospital.
I was in a little travel trailer.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's boyfriend beat the shit out of me. Took flexible steak knives and everything else that flex knives. left welts on my ass, beat me with a belt, beat me with a switch, beat me with a paddle, beat me with a canoe paddle. You name it, I got beat. I couldn't walk for a month. And
Oh, I
then
got
when
beat-
at the end, he raped me.
I got beat with a hammer.
My at the time I was like 1985 or 84 or something, and he was in a trailer. My sister left me with him. My mother and my grandmother never trusted that guy again.
I got
His
beat-
answer was, "Well, they had it coming."
I got beat with a hammer in 1997. And because of that, I almost trigger warning.
My grandmother basically had to nurse me back to health for 3+ months. I couldn't walk and
You know, I
couldn't
got
sit.
I got beat with a hammer and some screwdrivers and shit. And trigger warning. After that, I actually went right. I ran right in front of a car, hoping it would run me over, and I'd die. Another family member grabbed me. I said, "I'm not going to live."
My
like
grandmother had a huge house, and I was not allowed to leave my grandmother's room for any reason for 3 months after I got hurt. She was nursemaiding me back to health while they figured out what to do. I mean, my butt was pure bloody and blisters, and
No one really did anything to me.
they couldn't touch the guy. That's the thing. My mom just said to my sister, "You're forbidden to see the guy. Doesn't touch a disabled child."
You know,
She said I deserved it.
you know what my family told me? My mom's side of the family told me about the past when I used to get beat with hammers and screwdrivers and shit. They said, "Well, because they didn't know how to handle you." We're like,
If
really?
you got autism and you get beat with a hammer, how do you do it? I was beat with my mom's boyfriend with his belts and everything else. He even used the belt buckle on my ass. I mean, literally, it's
I was tortured and I didn't understand it. And my family had the guts to just to say that, well, they know how to handle it. I should understand it. I should understand that I got beat worse than my brother, and I should understand it, and it should have just, said it was normal. And that's what they said. I got in a huge argument with my family at that time. But actually,
wow.
pushed me closer to walking out on them, which I eventually did.
Wow.
And it's because my mom twisted it around, and my grandma believes everything my mom says. Still does.
Me and my friend stole the food truck, crashed it through the gate of the place, and hid in the Chili's coffee dump. We'd rummage through trash to eat and berries in the woods. You had a tough life, sis.
So, I was forced. I had cheese forced down my throat because I wouldn't eat it on New Year's Eve. I was pinned to the ground with cheese being forced in my mouth.
I've been through a lot as a child and as an adult.
I used to cut myself and hit myself on the head.
You still do, so what's
Mhm.
new?
And back then I did. And I'd yet scream, why me? Why? Why I have to go through this shit? You know what I did too? Because they did to me, I took it out on my brother. I was like, they beat me, I go beat my brother. Share pain with him because they didn't do anything to him. They treated him like royalty. So they hurt me, I go hurt my brother, so we're even. And that's why, we didn't like each other. I didn't like him because he was treated better than I was, and he didn't like me because I'd hurt him. Because for me, it was my way of, evening out the playing field.
You still do that, but you do that to you attack other people verbally, and that's not cool,
I just hit my brother physically.
Yeah,
I
well,
told him one day. I told him, like, if I ever get a cut or a big bruise on me again, I told him I'd kill him. It's like, I was like, if your dad does this to me again, I will kill you in your sleep while you scream. I told him that. I told him that because that's what I wanted to do to him. I was so angry. Hell, or one incident happened, and I was about to burn the house down. I was about to say, F it, I'm going to burn the house down, see how they like it. But then I had stuff in there, and I didn't want to get rid of my stuff, so. And we had animals in there. I didn't want the animals to suffer. I was thinking maybe get all the dogs out, cats away from there, and then burn it down overnight. I was that. I had those thoughts because I was in a lot of psychological pain.
now you tear down me when you get
I
angry.
understand that, but you don't have to just say, compare it.
I'm just
I just
saying,
wanted to
look
tell
up. No, what I'm saying is look at it from a different point of view, Chloe. I'm not saying, I know you're trying to change. I really am. I'm just saying, look at what I go through all the time.
Yeah,
And
I know, but we've already discussed that.
I know. I'm not trying to get you.
I'm discussing childhood. I mean, we already discussed, there's
Man, I don't know how many times that
videos. APS, I know.
Yeah, I know that APS lady came saying you abused me. I mean, literally, it's just been I've been through so much shit. It ain't funny. Hell, last night was a shitty night with
Hell, one time, I was beat in public, and someone reported to CPS at the time, Child Protective Services. They came at the door. My mom found every way to avoid them. It was once, and after that, what they did to get CPS away from them? They had their connections with the sheriffs and deputies in Jefferson County to put no trespass order on the property for CPS agents for all of them. The sheriff did it. Judge, backed them too.
Is that even legal? Put in no trespass order?
This was in the 90s, and it was in Ohio in the 90s. Back then, they just looked the other way. If you did something shady, you had connections.
Your mom has connections with everyone.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem. Hopefully she doesn't have connections now. They all left.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they didn't want to get in trouble,
I was talking to Dad about your mom again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dad thinks that she's jealous. She doesn't want you eating good. She wants you to eat frickin' nothing.
It's just, I can't live with them. I just can't live with my mom. I can't live there. It's just, of everything that's happened in the past.
You did what you had to, sis, to survive. Back in the day, it was hard to do,
Now, after what all the stuff that went down in the past, it's just, I can't, keep living with that there. And if I'm there, it's just, my mom finds ways to make me miserable.
Yeah.
Treats me like I'm mentally retarded, tries to push me to going insane, like I'm the problem. And then wants to videotape it to show everyone.
Yeah, well, your mom's basically out of hand anyways.
Yeah.
That's what Dad was saying. I mean, she doesn't want you to eat good.
My mom videotaped me, sent it to my friends at school, embarrassed me. I lost some friends. You know what I did? Next time my brother cried, I videotaped it and showed it to his friends. Ooh. I ended up getting the living shit beat out of me because his friends called him crybaby. My brother got bullied then. Everyone picked on him. After that, every time he got picked on, I got beat. And I was, because of that, I decided to start trouble in school. There were times where I decided just to, steal from teachers, do all this other stuff because I wanted to get caught. I wanted to get caught to show my mom and stepdad that you want to treat me like shit, I'm going to treat you guys like shit by stealing from school. I almost got kicked out too. I almost got kicked out. I was just in junior high. I just did not like it there. I did not. I mean, I seriously, it's just like now high school is different. High school, for some reason, I never really got in trouble in high school. High school, I was pretty much, I just, went through my classes and just I think with high school, I was just looking forward to get those 4 years behind me and graduate, especially senior year. Senior year, I was just looking forward to graduating, like especially the end of senior year. I didn't want to I didn't want to stir no trouble with anyone. I just wanted to get that the last few months done with and just do what I have to do to get that diploma. And I did. I was like, I was like thinking, graduation. I can't wait to get out of here. It's just like, but I don't know. High school, I stayed out of trouble in high school. Yeah, and it's just like, I went to college. College is okay. With college, I had trouble concentrating on classwork. When it came to classwork and homework, I had the worst problem concentrating. I couldn't concentrate. I kept easily getting distracted, and it was hard for me. To the point where I was like, I just thought in my head, this is impossible for me. I can't concentrate because of all the stuff going on. I don't know. I just want to. I don't know. You want to end this video? You're starting to go to sleep.
Huh? Sorry.
I guess my talking bored you. Yes. Hey, well, everyone, thanks for watching and everything. We're gonna get off of here.
I'm not done. Gail's still telling the story of what happened to him with the chili cup. Oh, you're not boring, Gail. No, you were trying to tell me your story, which was a good story. And Chloe was telling me her story about her childhood, and it was like, it was just, you weren't boring me, nor was her. It was just, as a minister of God and as a woman, I don't condone violence, there's always a reasonable way to solve it without violence, and having that young lady talk about violence and stuff, it's it brings back bad memories of growing up. I was the one that got picked on at school and at home, and it was sad, called retarded. And I remember when my mom told me I was born both, I started researching ways to get fixed, corrected. And I had this therapist that said it didn't matter if I was hermaphroditic or intersex, that I would never have surgeries. She basically said that. Never have surgeries, nothing. I would be this way the rest of my life. Didn't matter to her. That was 30 years ago. I look at it now and I think, look what I've accomplished. However, at times I get kind of upset, you know. I always take the blame for everything because that's the way I was, you know. And I remember this one argument I had once. This African American trans woman, she turned around and she said, "You're looking for love. You're not pretty and you're not attractive and you don't have big tits and all this, so no guy's gonna want to fuck you." And what really upset me the most about that whole issue, Gail, was I wasn't looking, you know, for love. I wasn't looking for a guy. I used to rant and rave all the time on YouTube in the past about how the trans community, the pretty ones, deceive. You know, the you see their before picture. You know, they're young and they're a boy and everything. Then they become this woman, and I'd rant, and then I'd see an article where it said something like, "Pretty transgender gets murdered, boyfriend's at fault," and I'd read the entire article, and it's like, how's the boyfriend or the fiance at fault when the girl didn't tell them I'm a former dude? And yet he's getting prison and she's basically dead. And they're like, oh, well, you're just jealous because you don't have the looks, blah, blah, blah. I started basically hating the trans community. I didn't want anything to do with them. I was like, fuck them. I'm born both. I don't care. If they want to fucking pit each other, the elderly the men that are in their 50s and 60s demanding that the younger ones don't get surgery because they have to transition at an older age because they couldn't get accepted by their wives or family. And then the younger ones doing it and then getting killed because they didn't tell their guys. I got fed up, you know, and I said, fuck it. Started living my own life. And then people kept saying, oh, you must be jealous of the pretty ones and this and that. It's not about looks, it's what's inside. I had a strong, as a minister, I don't like using this word, hatred for them, literally. And then the trans community hated me because I'm too outspoken. The trans woman who is outspoken, oh, we need to protect ourselves. We need to pass really well so guys don't say this. Nowadays, you got parents that are saying that it's okay for 12-year-old, 10-year-old, 4 years old to start hormones because, well, if they don't, they'll kill themselves early. How do you fucking know as a parent to give them hormones at a young age and transition them? I mean, this is why I think the world in a lot of ways are fucked up. People like you, people like me, people like Chloe, we get abused and abused and abused. And nothing happens. The abusers get away with it. Things happen. They diagnose us a mental nut job. These other people, they keep doing it over and over. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm too old-fashioned, but I grew up where I like to write snail mail letters. I don't like emails unless I have to. I grew up, you know, but I'm not going to be told that the words hate, and that's what it was. I hated them. I mean, literally, I hated them because they made us all look bad. I mean, that's the way it is, you know. I know there was a fucking news article in Seattle where 4-year-olds on hormones, and the parents are trying to force the little boy to go use the girl's restroom. I mean, did I ever tell you a story? I was on a ferry boat one day and Chloe was sleeping, so I had to go use the restroom, Gail. I go in, I use a stall, I'm peeing, just like, do, Boppy's with me because he's a service dog. I get out to wash my hands, and there's a mother with a child. The little kid goes, hey, can I pet your dog? And I said, oh, sure, just be gentle with mom said thanks. Guy walks out, you know, must have been, it was an older trans woman, probably 50s or 60s. Ooh, I love being a woman. Oh, yeah. Looking at the kid. Mother scooted out as fast as possible. I'm going, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I washed my hands, dried them off, left, sat down, thinking about getting a coffee. Very lady, the lady was in the bathroom, stopped me and says, "What is with these people?" I said, "Yeah, they're fucking freaks and weirdos." He literally said that when he said it in front of you and your little child, little, little boy, I think it was. She says, "You didn't do anything." I asked if he could pet your dog, ma'am, and you said, "Sure." I said, "Yeah, I smoke cigars. My voice is deep." But she's like, "Well, you're really pretty." I said, "Thank you." Well, meanwhile, the little boy said the same thing. I didn't care. Thing is, the guy comes up, "Oh, yeah, I love being a woman." We had to literally file a fairy complaint because this dude sitting there wearing a fucking short skirt, black hose and heels, and going, "Oh yeah, dude." I mean, you can clearly tell, it might have been a wig, it might have had a bald spot, whatever it was. But thing is, you don't fucking go into a woman's restroom. You knew that. I told the lady, it's people like them that make me unsafe using the damn bathroom. I mean, literally, when I'm in the bathroom, I'm looking, where's the exits? Okay, two ferry exits. Okay, I can get to that one quicker if push comes to shove. But I'm not going to fucking have some jeopardize my life when they go in there. Woo, oh yeah, I'm a real woman. Hello, Brad. I got your email. Oh, I know. They're not. And then you have these ones that demanding their surgery at 14 because they've been on hormones so long and they want their cherry popped with a guy. And most of the children know, oh, that's a former dude or a former little boy. And then when they get through the surgeries, Gail, they commit suicide. Did you know most men who become women, 67% of them commit suicide because they miss their tallywhacker? I mean, literally, no offense to you, Brad, if you're watching this. I mean, literally. I mean, I don't approve. I mean, you know what I told my father-in-law, and he agrees. Any child, Gail, who's basically taking hormones, and the parents say they're transgender at a young age, that, in my opinion, is fucking child abuse. Literally, let's give dad hormones and feminize his fucking body. Maybe then the fucking guy's dick won't work and he can't ejaculate and have any more kids because he's fucking stupid. I mean, literally, I've seen so much shit in the community. And Santa said, "Yes, I know. I see what you're doing, you little shit. You want me to look for it now? Did you check Target, Brad?" Ugh, great. I'm never going to get to my movie, Brad. Well, here you go, Brad. Or do you want me to email it to you? Yeah, I'm getting a little irritated, Gail. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I was saying, people, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Fine, let me me email you. No, yeah. What the fuck is wrong? I just read it tonight. I mean, now I'm live, Brad. There, that should work. Sent you the same link. Said you wanted some. I just found you some from Amazon. You better cash in on it before it goes. You're allowed to have up to a quantity of 2. So better cash in before it. What is that exactly? I'm curious about that. What is that? What the hell is that? What is that? I'm sorry to ask you, Brad, but I'm kind of being nosy tonight. But what is your. No, I emailed you the link just now, but I'm wondering what the heck is your profile picture? Is that you in a dress or something? Are you actually female or male, or it just shows something like a dress? That's why I said, what the hell is this? I was wondering what your profile picture is. It looks really weird, that's why I was asking. What is your profile picture? You didn't do anything wrong, man. You got to use the restroom. Oh, yeah, I'm wearing fresh panties. Oh, Gail had to post, or is that someone else? Sleep well. Well, I did email you. I also asked you, what is your profile? Got email? Let me look, Brad. What is that? Oh. So it's. Okay. Gee, I feel stupid. I ask you if it's a dress, and it turns out to be a thermos. It's a thermos, right? I can't see it. Even on a giant television screen, it's a thermos, right? It's black, yes, but it's long. Oh, black water bottle. See, there you go. It's a thermos. I said it was a thermos. When I looked at it, it looked like a coffee thermos. You see, the little pictures are so small. My eyesights are shot. So some people I see, some people I don't. So, anyways, it doesn't really matter. It's a black water bottle. You answered my question. So, does that email link I sent you, does that work? Or do you want me to look somewhere else? You don't need to send a pic. I understand. Literally, it's cool. I mean, I was just curious. That's all. I thought it was a dress. I thought you were uh, maybe a female or trans person or cross dresser or something. What kind of like dress, you know? You better get it before they run out. Amazon's been fucking selling like hotcakes. However, if you want me to look for somewhere else, I'll look for something. Did you ever check Target? Because you said you ordered Target stuff. Did you even check Target for hand sanitizer? If not, I'll look for it real quick. But I do need to go soon. Chloe's going to want to watch a movie. She wants to watch Star Wars Episode 1 again and 2. And frankly, I got a lot of work to do tomorrow again. Reviews and stuff to watch. Oh, great. I went into my cart again. Oh. What is this? Yeah, Dad and I were talking about that. Let me see if I can find something for you. There we go. All right, so let me see. All right. Let me look. Oh, that would work perfect for you. Man, are you trying to be funny? No, I was just joking. All right, so that's not fucking available. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Nope. It looks like looks like that's best deal on Amazon right now. Let me see if I can find some more. Give me a minute. Yeah, don't worry about that. Unfortunately, Target doesn't have any. So your best bet is if you can deal with the fucking no offense to shipping, you can get it that way. Hold on. Nah, I don't trust that. This might work. No, that won't. That's not what you're looking for. All right. Ugh. I guess that one I gave you is the one that you're gonna have to grab. Everything else is sold out. Let me see. Nah, I'm sorry, but unless you want this one, I wouldn't trust imported. I don't trust imported, but there's some if you want to trust imported. Let me see if I can find you some more before you ask. Yeah, I'm kind of. Oh, This might come in handy for you. There's a couple I just found that might come in handy for you. Let me look it over. Depends on what size you want, but you know how it is. Let's just open this up. Here's some more. Personally, if you have the money, so what's more important? Getting it to you, ordering it, getting it to you, or not ordering it and looking at else places for deals. Remember what I told you, Brad? You grab what you can. So take a look at those. I just gave you some links. Here you go. Wait a minute. What's this say? Hold on. Okay. Take a look at the links I'm giving you, Brad. That should help you out. I'm not done. I'm not done by a long shot. So as I grab this stuff for you, that should help you out. There. There we go. So, we found product of the USA, so that should help you out. Let me know if any of those works, please, or I'll continue looking. Top sanitation. Come on. Yeah, this works, right? Yeah. Let me know if any of these work, Brad. Yes, that's my email. Yeah, you got it. Yep, that's my email. If it came up already, I got an email already pending, so I bet you it's you. All right. Yeah, you got my email, right? There you go. Oh, this is currently unavailable then. I ain't gonna bother with it then. Here you go. That's the last one I can find. Yeah, that's my email address. Gail, my email address is this. Well, that's the only thing I can think of because there's not many stores to go through. That's why I was basically taking a chance with Amazon. But if you want me to dig something, I'm going to have to take some time to dig for it. Otherwise, it's going to take a while. I mean, literally, Target has nothing. Walmart doesn't have anything. So I will look for some more if you wish. Let me check my email. Oh, man. Okay, water bottle. Cool. That's cool. Oh yeah. Photo of captain's hat. What, me? What are you talking about? Are you talking about my profile pic? That's just some random girl I chose a long time ago, sweetheart. It wasn't a captain's cat. It's a Marine showing off her boobs. My captain's cat's right here. So you work on a boat then? Uh, anyways. So they tore it down and built a prison, huh? Well, now it's a prison. Oh, good. As long as, remember what I said, Brad, you have to take a chance from time to time. I mean, literally, that's what I've been doing. Fortunately, it's really tiring this time and age. I mean, you wouldn't believe earlier. Some guy named Kenny Rogers demanded me to tell him what he should spend the stimulus money on. I mean, come on. If you're going to be doing money, then you should basically know what you need to spend the money on. You know? Mm, I hope so. Always wondering if anyone else needs any help tonight or etc. Hey, how are you on toilet paper, Brad? Or paper towels? I guess I forgot. You're welcome. So, did you need any toilet paper or paper towels, Brad? Or are you good on those? I know I ordered beans recently at Target, and yeah, and more mac and cheese. Old man said I'll probably get tired of mac and cheese for the next month. Yeah, well, there's not a lot of people who want to do it. They think that they'll get bailouts by basically having the government bail them out with the second stimulus so they can buy more junk. I personally think it sucks. So, are you good with it? Is there anything else you're looking for? Oh yeah, I'd like to see that, Gail. Nothing came in yet, Gail. Like I said, my email I gave you right there, so it'll show up in a minute. I have the Gmail email notification. Tells me if a new email came. Yeah. Well, I made a deal with the local farmer to deliver this milk here at home, so I'm good. No. This is what it is. The thing is, you got to put a dot in between the name. See? You see the dot? Good. All right. I'll let Gail send that picture off, Brad. Anything else you want to talk to? While Gail sends out that picture to me. I know Chloe wants to get into the Star Wars trilogy tonight again. I'd really like to unwind. No, Brad. I said we're having fucking trouble getting meat, moo, cow, beef. I made a deal with the local farmer to get that too, as well as milk. Milkman will deliver to me, and the cows will be. The lady selling us beef from the local farmer. I can't complain. Oh, sorry, I should be talking. I was thinking about the farmer and that beef. I really want another nice, organic steak and steak sauce that my husband in his steak seasoning. Yeah, so I made arrangements. I also asked for bacon and pork ribs. In 3 months, I'll be 42. Maybe I'll do a prime rib dinner for my birthday. The Admiral wants prime rib. Nice bottle of cognac. I could just sit back and sip it. Yeah. But yeah, I want to do Star Wars. Who? Who's my sister? I'm Rita. My name is Rita Lee. There's no one else that's Rita. I'm Rita. Last time I looked, my ID said Rita. May I ask you what you're asking about? Because my name is Rita Lee. Who are you talking about, sister? Most of my sisters disown me. Hmm. Better see if the email came in yet. Nope. I mean, what are you talking about? Who's my sister? Gail? Oh, Chloe? Chloe's not my sister. No. Chloe's my companion. I've supported her for 50 months. Got her on disability. Chloe's not my sister. I gotta get going soon. Movie time, and unwind. Guess I ain't gonna be finishing this list tonight. I got Disney Plus, so I want to utilize it, get my money's worth. Star Wars Episode 9 wasn't bad. Well, since all the comments petered out, I better go. So, there we have it. Comments petered out. So, nope. Chloe had one, but she got rid of it. Just me. Look for a new video tomorrow, Brad. I'm gonna go watch Star Wars with Chloe and relax. So, I got things to do. So, please add, subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hold some funding for the family, including your dogs, your cats, and your bunnies, and your service dogs. Hit the bell notification. It's new content updated all the time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and God bless you and all you do.